invest, the higher the stress. And I've been on a mission, working till there's nothing left. They call me one-sided, can only make the conscious music. I'm well-versed, same niggas should check the contribution. Spearhead of the movement, I'm pointing the way I do this. Relying on the empire, I bet I feel like Lucius. Only few question what I'm doing. Let's take the show on the road, nigga, let's start getting to it. I came a long way from the continental breakfast. I'm more mature now, I treat my exes like a lesson. I can't shake where I draw from like I'm meant to sketching. It's feel like 5 a.m. LA Mad Lion sessions. Yeah, then we caught the Denny breakfast.
I just want to thank everybody for being out here for listening. So let's get it started.
What were those early studio sessions like for you? And how have you grown since then?
They were terrible.
They were real hectic. They were hectic because we were in a closet. We were in a closet space, not too big. Had the phone. Actually, what I really used was a lot of blankets and pillows. Just padded it in, and I knew he could be very good. I knew he could be great, and I think that along the way he started to find himself. He started to find out who he was and what he wanted to be.
Tell everybody your name.
Hi, I'm Ravana.
Okay, so are you excited to be going to the concert?
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Who's your favorite artist that's going to be performing?
Oh, it's gonna be performing. Trey.
Oh shit! You heard it first. You heard it first. Who's your favorite artist?
That's gonna be there.
Why Tory?
I'm settling for him.
You're settling for him? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Perspective. Do you fuck with Trust Sammy? You must not fuck with Trey Tuck, man. You don't know who Trey Tuck is, man. You don't fuck with him. Damn. Thank you.
Who's Trey Tuck?
You gotta feel this shit like deep in your soul, like your spirit gotta feel this shit. Listen, this that shit for my niggas to go get high to. This that shit for my women to go get fly to. She asked me if I really want it. Baby, I'm just living for the moment.
Alright, man, DJ B, no, we got Trey Tuck in the building. Now watch y'all to say Trey Tuck. Trey. Trey. Trey.
You are now in the presence of greatness. I'm seeing light years ahead of me. That's why I claim these statements. So ahead of my time, like four stars, the flow is all water. Living in denial, that shit was constant. I want y'all to take y'all cameras out. If you brought a lighter in here, bring that shit up. I just want to see some lights in here. I just want y'all to really listen. And I want you to hear. I'm sweating up here, but I just want to thank y'all. Thank you, y'all got so much love. I love CCSU. This was for y'all. Listen.
You can't go out here and make music for everybody else. You got to make music for yourself, because music is supposed to come from your heart and your soul. And at one point, I didn't think he was doing that. I didn't think it was coming from his heart and his soul. I think it was coming from outside influences and other people and what they wanted him to do. And and so he got through that, and he made the necessary change. Trey made that change to say, okay, let me get back to what I do. And I don't, in his mind, he might feel like he never stopped doing him. But to this day, I don't care what nobody says. I still think I know when he's at his best before anybody does. I know when he's at his best musically, and the best is yet to come.
I'm gonna get the words right, because ever since I was a fan, I knew how to move crowds and move mics. They wanna talk about me like I'm the next up chillin'. I'm illin' like a villain. I got KRS. He's chillin' on the mic with the scratch. Hit it back, bring it back, bring it back. When I say hip hop, when I say hip, y'all gonna say hop. When I say hip, okay. Hip.
So my homie Son One, he called me. So Son One is with the Temple of Hip Hop, so am I. And he was coming down to, it started off with him looking for a studio. Somebody referred him to me, and he came down, he recorded, and me and him got really close. And he would always like have samples with KRS-ONE in the songs, and like he would always have like quotes and shit like that. I'd be like, yo, this nigga really fucks with KRS-ONE. Like, this nigga is like a #1 fan. Like, he was really, really close with him. And so one day we were just chopping it up, and he never told me like who he knew or anything like that. So one day I was driving, I was working at Amazon, and he was like, yo, you want to go on, he called me, he's like, yo, you want to go on tour? And I said, what, like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, we're going to go on tour with KRS-ONE, Teacher. They call him Teacher. We're going to go on tour with Teacher. I said, what? He said, can you do it? We're leaving in a couple days. I said, let me just call you back, and then and then I'll let you know. Like, he was like, nah, bro, we need to know now. So I said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna call you back in like 5 minutes.
We're on a conference call. It's us, Teach. We're all talking about it, whatever. And the time got cut short drastically. We thought we had 2 weeks to prep to leave for tour, and we met up with Son that Monday. And he was like, nah, we got 2 days. It's like, what? 2 days?
And then we went on a 3-city tour. We went to Miami, we went to Greensboro, and we went to some place in Virginia, I forgot. But, so after that, I met KRS-ONE through that tour, but we didn't really talk or nothing like that. My birthday was the first day of this, when we were in Miami, and I was like, it was like a blessing. I was like, oh, this is like a dream come true. And when I seen him, like I said, I didn't really get to talk to him, and I just walked up to him. I said, yo, I said, it's my birthday. I just want to thank you for like inviting me here to do this. I appreciate it. And he was like, yo, it's your birthday? Wow. Like, that's exactly what he said to me, and I was like, okay.
We getting it in. We about to make it do what it do. Staying focused, keeping the gospel of hip hop, making sure we staying on our freestyles every day. It is what it is.
People would carpool with each other, and I started carpooling with Son, and we were traveling from New Jersey over to Utah. So you're talking long hours. 8, 9, 10, 12-hour days driving. And, you know, when you're doing it with somebody, it's not that bad because, you know, you're talking shit, you fall asleep, next person. But this nigga Trey was doing that shit solo. I'm like, yo.
I was moody. I didn't even really know why, but I remember we were in Pittsburgh and we were having dinner at Red Lobster, and he was talking to us, and he was like, you know, you're going to feel everything. You're going to feel all types of emotions because you're traveling this way. And I didn't really understand it until I got to Vegas and we were driving, and I'm just mad. Like, yo, like, nah, fuck this shit, man. I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm just going off. But I don't know why. And then I thought of this shit echoed in my head, and I was like, oh, okay, this must be what it is. Like, this must be how it feels to really travel like that.
The journey was more of a stressful journey for him, that drive, because you're talking, we spent 3-4 days driving across the country just to get to Utah, and driving down the road that's straight for so long, it ain't nothing around, just that yellow line, and after a while you get sleepy, I could imagine.
I got used to it, you know what I'm saying, because you grow to learn, but I think at first it really fucked me up. I didn't really know how to react, and I couldn't talk to nobody about it because I was just bitching. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
you just have questions like, yo, why are we doing this, why this? And it's more of just like, yo, it's part of the beach, what we gotta do. It's like, I don't understand why. And then he's just like, yo, I don't get it, why I don't have the money to do this, why are we just buying this? It's like, yo, it's just what we gotta do for that. So just seeing him go through the stresses, like the pressure, you know, pressure on coal makes diamonds. So somebody on a spiritual journey, you gotta sit back sometimes, just watch. It's like metaphorical to having that drive. Do you have the drive to drive? And this is a make or break it kind of thing.
Like some of your best moments from tour.
I think seeing the impact of what you can do for people. I think when you're put in a position to be yourself, I think people respond to it like amazingly. I don't even know if that's a word, but I think people really love it.
Hold that up. Wait a minute. Right there. I'll tell you. This right here is the picture. Man, look at these two. Watch this shit. This dude is called Chris. And in 1985, this is before I ever signed the job.
When we got to Utah, for example, we were in a private party, and then that shit turned into a show.
Post Malone's performing upstairs, but we're getting walked in, so we go downstairs. Under the venue, there's a bunch of doors closed. Open the door, there's people dining. It's like, fuck, there's a fine dining? There's just a venue upstairs. Like, what is this? They're like, nah, it's keep coming. It's like, where the fuck are we going? So we go behind the curtain, behind the fine dining, and then there's like buckets of ice with ace of spades, champagne, wine. And I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, yeah, have a seat. There's grab a drink, and somehow we ended up DJing the event, and we changed it to a hip hop show. It wasn't supposed to be one. We were down there for will.i.am's Masters of the Sun. He teamed up with Stan Lee with a comic book, and KRS-ONE was the lead character. So that's why we were down there to help promote that. So fucking, long story short, we're all on stage now.
And you got all these people who don't know who we are, but as soon as we touch the mic, these people are going crazy. Off of words that, to me, I would watch the clips. I'm like, yeah, I was just saying shit, but it was just the power of being in that spotlight.
Before I had to take a quote. Oh, how to bring it back, cause I know I got this goal. Son, Mondo One man, that's how
Come on, and this is real life. We doing it inside the crowd. As we really get down, whole shit, pull our chance to get down. And you know that we raised up to get out.
Hey. You know we get down. MCs barely know how to rock a crowd. If you love hip hop, it's gonna say it loud.
And people like really appreciating you for wanting to be there, and because you're with who you're with, they see you on a higher level.
On tour, I was the guy with the camera. I was filming everything. KRS-One's up there DJing, fucking Sun One spitting. You know, then Trey Tuck comes out, he's spitting with someone. They go in the crowd. Fuck, I know he loves that. So fucking, I'm holding the camera and my boy, someone's like, yo, I'm about to do something real spontaneous. You don't even know it.
But I'm about to pass my man this day as I grab the camera out from his hand and make sure he lets his mind expand. Yeah. Real hip hop is over here. Real hip hop is over here. Real hip hop is over here. Yo, and check it. I'ma bless it real quick off the top though. When I do this shit, it pop up like presto. Man, I got the manifesto. I'm rapping, severe rapping, Santa Claus, black and white jacket.
Having people tell you after it's all over, like, yo, y'all killed that shit. That's different from people who don't know you, from a hole in the wall, from a totally different time zone, a totally different lifestyle. They're like, yo, you killed that shit. That means what you're saying is resonating with everybody, not just the people that are back home, but everybody. And I think that was dope. Also, I was one of the people who was kind of handling like security things and like making sure everything was good, prepping the venue. And I think seeing how people responded to me, like people who are older than I was, like people who are like 50, 60, and I have to ask them, yo, can we get this? Can we get that? Can we do this? Can we do that? And it wasn't like, who the fuck is this kid trying to tell? It was like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll get it. What, do you need anything? It was like, wow, this is what it feels like to be in a position where people really respect what your word. This is amazing.
Why didn't you continue on the tour?
I thought I got everything I needed out of it, and I'm forever grateful of it. But I thought it was time for me to just create off of what I learned and take that knowledge and bring it back to my people.
That shit went from 2 weeks to 2 days. And a lot of things fell by the wayside. I had to come back home and clean up messes that I made. It's kind of hard, not hard, but you're literally free. Being on tour, I was free. But having some things that I know that are gonna weigh me down if I don't take care of them. I can only fly so far, and I know eventually I have to come back and clean the mess up.
This is what I learned. This is the blueprint of what I learned. Let's see how we can apply it to what we're doing over here. I felt like if I stayed on tour, maybe it benefited me more, but it was gonna take away from me being the person that I wanted to be. Like, I was losing myself as an artist, if I'm being honest. And that was one of the most hurtful things, because I was doing my own shit, and at times I was like, did I write this? Like, I couldn't remember my own lines. And I was like, why? Like, I gotta get my shit right. And I've been in these venues. I evaluated all this talent that opening shows. These people are performing. These crowds are 800,000 people. I'm watching these people perform. I'm like, yo, that's cool, but I'm better than all these niggas here. There's no reason for me to continuously be withholding my talent. I'm not gonna keep watching these niggas open up. And I get to perform too, but it's like, I don't get my time. These niggas are getting their time, and I'm better than all these niggas. The shitty lows, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really see like the nights where you don't sleep, or like where you're up because you can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I really experienced all that. So like, what I write comes from my life. I share it only because it's me. Like, and my rap name is Trey Tuck. My real name is Trey Tucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk about stuff that I can't relate to. I keep the same. I'm the same. The only thing is, when I'm an artist, like when I put my artist hat on, I'm less antisocial. I just find it so crazy. Like, it's fucking days close to the tape. I got like shows to prepare for. I got mad different shit to get ready for, and I'm stressed. Like, I'm super stressed. Like, this shit is fucking wild.